It's been said that time is money, but when attempting to understand economic issues, it's really more accurate to say that time is wealth. Stay tuned to find out why. Today's video was brought to you by the smartphone app PhoneMe. Be sure to download the app from the link in the video description, and stay tuned to learn how you can use this app to support my channel. Hello everyone, this is My 2 Cents. When it comes to discussions about economic issues, politicians and pundits will often bring up the issue of what something or someone is, quote, really worth. In fact, everyone watching has probably at one time or another found themselves lamenting that a product or service that they wish to buy is being sold for more than it is really worth. This issue came up recently again when Democratic darling Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said that it is time to start paying people what they are really worth.
Because it is time that we pay people what they are worth and not how little they are desperate enough to accept. It is time to pay people what they are worth.
However, when people like AOC make statements about what workers, products, and services are really worth, their assertions go deeper than surface-level discussions about what a particular person's hourly wage should be, or how much should be charged for a particular product or service. They are, in fact, claiming that there is an objective standard of wealth that exists independent of anyone else's opinions, and that they somehow have access to this objective standard. To answer this, we need to go back to basics and discuss what real wealth actually is. I've discussed this before in my video, Money versus Currency, but at its most fundamental level, real wealth is time itself. Every person alive has only 24 hours per day, and each of those hours, minutes, and seconds can be spent doing a countless number of things. When we say one person is wealthy relative to another poorer person, what we are really saying is that the wealthy person has a wider selection of activities that he can spend his time doing. But as I just said, every person alive has the same 24 hours in a day, so how can this be? It's true that labor, resources, and mediums of exchange are involved in the process, but persons or groups of persons have to actually expend time interacting with them. A person may spend 8 hours of his day working for an employer, 1 hour at the gym, 2 hours at dinner with his significant other, 2 hours doing household chores, 2 hours watching television, and 9 hours in bed at night. However, the cost of each of these activities is what other activities could have been accomplished with the same amount of time. He could have chosen to spend only 2 hours working for an employer and 8 hours watching television in tandem with the other activities. In principle, nothing stops him from allocating his time this way. Rather, the person allocates his time in virtue of what he believes produces the greatest value to him. In the words of Thomas Sowell, the cost of watching a television sitcom or soap opera is the value of the other things that could have been done with that same time. For a perfect example of this, let's take a moment to talk about this video's sponsor, PhoneMe. PhoneMe is a smartphone app that provides an easy way to personally interact via phone call or messaging with your favorite social media personalities, service providers, coaches, and even celebrities. By using the app, you can contact any person who uses the service by paying a particular rate per minute of talk or per digital message. Right now, My 2 Cents is available on PhoneMe, and you can send me a message for free right now using the code 2cents. You're guaranteed to have a response from me within 24 hours of sending the message. I receive numerous comments on every video, and even more direct messages through Twitter and other platforms, more than I can possibly respond to. And as we've been discussing in this video, time I spend responding to your comments is time I'm not spending working on videos or accomplishing other tasks that are necessary to keep my channel running. If you're really interested in communicating with me, but aren't interested in becoming a monthly patron, PhoneMe is an excellent way for you to do so while also supporting my channel. The question is, how much is my time worth to you? So what are you waiting for? Head to the link in the video description and download the app from iTunes or Google Play. Search the username My2Cents and enter the promo code 2cents to send me a message for free with a guaranteed response within 24 hours. Getting back to AOC's comments about paying people what they are really worth, What Miss Ocasio-Cortez doesn't seem to understand is that so long as a worker is working a job voluntarily, it is impossible that they are being paid less than what they are really worth. By choosing to spend their time working that job, the person has communicated that they believe the time they spend working the job is more valuable than spending that time watching television, hiking through the woods, or any other activity. Indeed, if you don't want to work, nothing stops you from spending your time doing other things. It just so happens that not all activities are quite so useful for obtaining the resources you need to have food, shelter, and other necessities. Of course, at this point someone might bring up the fact that a worker would clearly like to be paid more than they are currently being paid, and undoubtedly would take a higher paying job if one was available. However, is this really true? Would a person always take a higher paying job even if it was a less enjoyable job than the one they currently worked? Or one that required far more hours of commitment, leaving them less time for leisure activities? Again, it all comes down to how much your time is worth to you. Time spent doing one thing is time that isn't being spent doing other things. Time spent working an hourly wage job is time not being spent starting your own business. But you may reason that the hourly wage job is a much more safe bet, since you can't possibly know whether or not your business will succeed, even if starting your own business could in principle produce a greater return than working an hourly wage job. The point is that how you spend your time is entirely up to you, and what you spend your time on today will have a direct effect on how many activities you'll be able to spend your time on tomorrow and beyond. So how much is your time worth to you? And that is my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked this video, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell to receive notifications of new uploads. And if you're a fan of my channel, please consider supporting me on Subscribestar, Bitbacker, or Patreon. For as low as $1 a month, you'll receive access to patron-exclusive videos, earn the right to participate in patrons-only live streams, join my patrons group chat on Twitter and Discord, and numerous other rewards. Also, be sure to subscribe to my gaming channel for a chance to hang out and chat during gaming streams. Uploads are every Thursday and Saturday, so stay tuned for more videos.